Alrighty, guys, here we go again. Here we go again. Another brand new game to the channel. Just ended up picking this up not too long ago. If you watched our unboxing video of all the Dice Nut games that came in, the golf, football, basketball, baseball, hockey, and soccer, I think were all of them. We've already played the golf a couple times. We've played the baseball last night. Unfortunately, that didn't go over real well with us. But that doesn't mean that this game isn't going to be awesome. And we're going to try it out. This is going to be a learning game, so we're going to go over stuff pretty slow, kind of explain what we're doing, and just, taking our time with it. We're not going to try and get a whole game done, that's for sure. So if it looks like we're an hour in and we've only got 2 minutes to play, it's not a representation of the game. It's a representation of us learning how to play the game. So if you watched our golf video, the first time we played it was like an hour and a half with two golfers. The second time we played it, it was 38 minutes from start to finish for a whole round for one golfer. So again, once you do a few things, a few plays, it goes a lot quicker because now you've done it a couple times. So until we get to the point where we've tried it a couple times, I'm not going to be an expert at it. Second thing, of all the sports in the world besides soccer, or football, as some of you British people like to call it, basketball is my least favorite sport in the whole world. I would rather watch like pinball. I would rather watch pinball too, but I would rather watch like ping pong or just about any sport, volleyball, anything except for basketball. I just don't. It's too much of a show off sport, and all they want to do is just show off how good they are, and that's all it's all about. It doesn't look, there's very little team aspect in it, which just turns me off. My days were like with Larry Bird and Michael Jordan and all those guys from the 80s and 90s. That was about my heyday of it, and I couldn't actually tell you who any of these. I was looking at these players, and I have no idea who any of these players are. I haven't watched a basketball game in 20 years. That doesn't mean I don't enjoy playing it. I played the replay basketball game. I love it. I played the Stratomatic basketball game, and I love that too. I love playing the basketball games. It's just I don't know that much strategy. I don't know like who I should be putting in, like all that stuff. So if you're yelling and screaming at your screen, going, why is this player taking all the shots? What are you doing? It's because I don't know. I just don't know. Yeah, basketball is the sport that I haven't watched it. I don't follow it. I don't know who the players are. I don't know much about it. It's been like 10 years since I watched a college basketball game. I just never got into basketball much, even when it was in my heyday, and even when it was Michael Jordan and stuff. I might watch a couple playoff games, and that was about it. I wouldn't watch the regular season or anything like that. So again, it's a learning game. So again, I'm going to be going through stuff. I'm going to be looking up the rules. I'm going to be going through things slow. I'm going to just analyze and figure this all out. As we progress and do it a few times, we'll pick up the pace. So like I said, if this video is an hour or 2 hours long and we've only got 2 minutes of gameplay, it's not a representation of how the game plays at all. Okay. As you can see, like all the other Dice Nutz sports, very light on the rules. This is all there is, so it's not super complex to figure out. It's just a matter of running a few plays, figuring out what you're doing, and moving on. With all that said, I would say this again for you sports simmers out there. Hockey and basketball and football take the longest to play. Anyways, they're just a more meaty game with more rules and more everything. So it's just harder to get them done as quickly as like a baseball game. We shall see how long this takes. I have no idea. It looks like it should be okay, but I have no idea, so that's why we're going to try it out. Okay, let's go. Philip Reynolds, what's going on, buddy? Good to see you. All right, so we're going to go to this camera over here on the side, over there. So we got this nice little scoreboard that comes with it, and basically all this does is represent different zones you can shoot from. Obviously, there's the basket, so if I'm shooting from the red zone, you will notice that the red zone is considered the rim zone, and you got a much better chance of scoring from the rim zone. I'm going to call it the red zone. I don't care what they call it. I'm calling it the red zone. The next zone out is going to be this one. This is the yellow zone. That's what I'm calling it. They call it the inside zone. I'm calling it the yellow zone. All right. Then you can see that, again, compared to the rim, your inside, doesn't have quite as good a chance of scoring. Then you have outside shots, which is the blue zone. Outside shots. Again, if we're looking, this is the outside. And you can see not quite a good as chance. And then you have your 3-point zone, which is out there. Again, based upon what you're doing, you got a little bit less chance the farther away from the basket you are, which makes perfect sense. All right. I should also mention that there are several advanced or optional things like different defensive strategies you can employ, different offensive strategies you can employ. I'm not doing any of that, 0% of that. I'm just going to try and get the base game down. Okay? So here is the team cards. I'm going to pull these off. You have your 5 starters up here for Chicago. It's going to be Beverly at point guard. You're going to have your small forward is DeRozan. Your center is Velchuvik. Your power forward is Williams, and your shooting guard is Levine. Here are your bench players. It looks like we have bench players, and if they have several positions, they could fill in for either one. So White can either come in as a point guard or a shooting guard, either one, so he can substitute for either one of these players. But since these guys are not on the floor, what I'm doing is I'm basically just covering them up with this for now, because I don't want them to distract me and look at the wrong people or anything like that. Your Boston starters are going to be Smart is your point guard. Brown is your small forward. Horford is your center. Your power forward is Tatum, and your shooting guard is White. And again, all I'm doing is just using these as blockers, because in this game, it's all about taking your player that has the ball, and you're going to be adjusting it versus the player that on the other team. So if I've got this uncovered, then I've got like overload. For me, this is a lot easier to see. And now I can see, when I'm comparing point guard versus point guard, I can just easily see that without having all that other distraction in the row, if that makes sense. These did not come in the game. These little pawns did not come in the game. I'm just using these from stuff that I have from other games. All right, here we go. So here we go. Face-offs. This is not a hockey game, Kirk. This is a basketball game. So tip-off. Yeah, we're going to a tip-off. Simply, all we're going to do is roll the dice, just like we did in the in the baseball game. 0 to 4 is going to be the home team. And then 5 to 9 is going to be the visiting team. Boston's at home. And Chicago is on the road. So if it comes to the home team, it's going to be Boston. Chicago's on the road. All right, so we just simply roll the dice to see who wins the tip-off, and Chicago wins the tip-off. Chicago is going this way. Boston is going this way. I always have the home team on the right-hand side, the visiting team on the left-hand side. It's just what I've been doing my whole life, so that's just what I'm used to. So Chicago is going this way. Boston is going that way. All right, so we know that Chicago wins the tip-off, and what you do is, again, some of this is kind of abstracted, but it's just a simple process of you give it to your point guard for Chicago. That is going to be Beverly, and he brings the ball into the offensive zone, and now you have a decision to make. You can either have Beverly try to drive to get into a better shooting position, or you can have him pass it to somebody else that might be in a better position for a shot. So it's either a drive by your point guard, or it's a pass to try and get to somebody else. All right, so in this case, we're just going to make it simple. We're going to try and toss it inside to our center, Versevic. I'm not sure if I'm even pronouncing that right. So it doesn't matter. All we know is I'm trying to make a pass. And so there is this chart here, which is the drive or pass chart. And you can be rolling on this chart. And what we're going to be doing is we're going to be looking at our driving or passing with the player who has the puck. I'm going to keep calling it the puck. The player that has the ball, in this case, he's going to try to pass it, so he's at +3. And we look at the guy that's guarding him, which is, again, each of the positions are equal. You know, your center guards your center, your power forward guards your power forward, your shooting guards, etc., etc. So this guy, which is Smart, is guarding Beverly. And so his defense for Boston is a -4. So he's a +3 and a -4. And like every Dice Nuts game, you're taking two stats and you're adding and subtracting them together to get a final number. In this case, +3 -4 is a -1, and you're going to adjust that on your D10. So if I roll a 2, 2 minus 1 is going to change it to a 1. Ooh, there it is, a 1. If I roll a 7, it's going to drop it down to a 6. So it's a -1 to whatever I roll here. And I also rolled the D20. So we're going to roll that on the drive chart to see what happens with us trying to get the play into our centerman here. And I rolled a 13 and a 7, because remember, we're going to -1 here. So a 13 and a 7 is going to be an I yellow. It's the inside. It's yellow results. So it's a good pass, and our center is got it, dribbles it. He's got a yellow shot. So we can do one of two things at this point. We can either have our center drive it, or try to pass it to somebody else. You can do this a maximum, according to the rules, if I'm not mistaken, a maximum of 4 times per position. So if you get it to a player you don't want to get it to, or in a bad position, you don't have to take the shot. It's up to you. You can then try to have that player pass it, or try to drive, or whatever. So in this case, we got it to the center, and he's in the yellow zone, so I'm just going to take a shot. So the yellow zone is the inside. So for the inside, Versevic is a +4. His defender is a -3. So +4 -3 is a +1. And again, that is going to be added or subtracted to this D10. And we're going to be looking at the yellow inside zone chart to see what happens. He rolled a 14 and a 4. 14 and a 4 is going to be a G and a green. What do you think that means? What do you think that means? What's going on, Philip? Watched your scrap video and Sportsman Z's reply. Both very good. Great. So green G means it's good. So our center puts it up and it's good. We have a change of possession, so the time ticks down one spot. And if you're keeping stats and ratings and everything, you can put that on there. So we have Verduvchik, the center, got a 2 points. And we just marked this off that Chicago has two points. So Verduvchik shoots it, gets it, boom, boom, boom. All right, and we simply just do the same thing on the other side. Now, Boston has it. Their point guard, it's assumed to, they pass it around, get it to the point guard, and he brings it up. Now, he can do same thing. He can either drive with it. His drive is a +4, or he can pass. He's also a +4. Again, I don't know how good or bad any of these players are or these teams. I couldn't even tell you. The only reason I'm playing Chicago and Boston is because, again, my heyday, I remember these teams. So I am going to... I don't know any of these players. Like, I know, like, Danny Ferry. I remember him. I mean, there's a whole bunch of players that I remember, but from the 80s and the 90s, but none of these guys. All right. So, you know what? We're going to try a drive. Let's try a drive. We did a pass. Let's try a drive. So, he's going to try to drive. He's a +4. His defender is a -3. So, again, that's going to be a +1. +1 to the 10-sided die. He's going to try and drive. Smart is driving on Beverly here. And it's 11 and an 8. 11 and an 8. Drive chart. 11 and do an 8. And he gets inside. So he drives all the way inside. All right. And so that is the end of the play. One play. So again, you can have up to a maximum of 4. I think that's a good enough result. We're going to have him take the shot. So inside, he's a +2. Defender's a -3. So he's a -1 on the shot. Simply go to the inside shot. And say 13 and a 0. 13 and a 0 is going to be a 13 and a 0 on the inside. Is going to be an F result. An F is a foul. So it's a foul. So what we have to do is we have to roll to see who committed the foul. The first thing we do is roll a D10. And if it's a 0, 1 or 2. I'm sorry, 0 or a 1, it's an offensive foul. So it'd be on somebody on Boston. If it's anything else, it's a defensive foul. And I rolled an 8. It rolled off the thing, but it's an 8. So it's Chicago. Someone on Chicago made a foul. So the next thing we do then is roll. And we're going to look at this. There's a ball handler chart here on the back. I think that's the chart we're going to be using, right? Let's just double check. Roll a D10 again and refer to the ball handling chart to determine which player committed the foul. Yep. All right. So we know it was on the defensive team. Now we see who it is. It's number 9. Number 9 is the center. So he was putting the shot up, and the center came over, tried to block it. Foul. Whistle blows. And so it's going to be a foul on Verduvik. Foul on Verduvik. That's his first. And so now it's a free throw. It's all about the free throw. Okay. The free throws are pretty simple for your player that's got, he's going to do a free throw. He is a 0. So you're going to roll a d20, and you're going to add or subtract his free throw ability. So it's a 0, so no adjustment. And you simply look at this chart. If you roll a 6 or higher, it's good. If it's 1 to 5, it's no good. So for him, it's going to be, he's going to need a 6 because he's got no adjustment. So free throw for Smart, he gets 2 free throws because it was a shooting foul. I do know that about basketball. First shot is up, and it is good. Point for Smart. And second free throw is up. And it's an 8, and it is good. So Smart makes both free throws, and it's a 2-2 ball game. Woohoo! And time of possession goes over, and I'm liking the flow of this, to be honest. I'm liking the flow of this. Again, Chicago has it. He's going to just, point guard's going to bring it up, and this time he's going to try to pass it over to the power forward. We're going to look again. His passing is a 3, defender's a -4. So he's going to be a -1 on this. A 2 and a 7 is going to be a purple 3. So that means it's a 3-point shot if he wants to take it. Chicago brings it down. He gets it to, let's see, who are we going for? I think we were going for Williams. So Williams is in the 3-point area. His 3-point shot is terrible, I think. Oh, no, actually it's a +4. He's a +4 to 3-pointers, though. You know what? He's putting it up. He's a +4. Defender here is a -4, so it's just going to be a straight up roll on the 3-point shot column. Here we go. He's putting it up. It looks like, for me, and I don't know that much about this game, but it looks like all the numbers are 0 to 4 so far. I haven't seen anyone that's higher than a 4. Oh, that's not true. There's a 5 right there. So maybe there's 0 to 5. So 4's, pretty good. So I figured we'll give him a shot at it. Let's see what he can do. This is Williams puts up a 3-pointer. And that is a 12, but a 0 is not going to be good. 12 and a 0 is a C. Guess what that is, boys and girls? That's right. That means it's a rebound by the opponent's center. So it's going to be a rebound by Horford. Rebound by Horford, and time of possession ticks off. So 11:15 to go. Well, at the end of this possession, there'll be 11:15. So Horford, again, just passes it around until the point guard gets it. He brings it up. And we're going to have him slide it over to Mr. Brown here. So we're going to try to pass it to Brown. So again, his pass is a 4. Defender's a -3, so he's a +1. An 11 and a 1. An 11 and a 1 is going to put us on the 3-point column. So he's got it to Brown in the 3-point column, but that's not acceptable. So they're just going to have Brown try to pass it to the power forward. So he is a pass of 3, defender's a 3, so it's just a straight up roll. And this is, good one, 18 and a 6. 18 and a 6 is going to, look at that beautiful pass. 18 and a 6 is going to be in the red zone. That is right on the rim. So Tandem's got it on the rim, and Tandem's going to try to put it up on the rim. He's a +5. Defender's a -3, so it's going to be a +2 for Tandem. Inside on the rim. Oh, that's going to be in. 18 and a 7. Oh, that's going to be easy. 18 and a 7 is a GF. It's a GF. So Tandem is good and gets the foul. So he puts it in. So Tandem, 2 points for Tandem. And he's fouled. Once again, we need to roll to see who committed the foul for the defenders over there. A 4 is going to be the small forward. That is going to be DeRozan. DeRozan commits a foul. That's a second team foul and 2 points for Tandem. And now he gets a single free throw. Tandem on the free throw is a +2 to the D20. +2, 19 plus, 20. Good. And Tandem puts another one in. It is a 5-2 ball game. So Chicago gets it, backs in, and bringing it up is going to be Beverly. Brings it in. Beverly is going to try and he's going to try and get it over the shooting guard Levine. Let's see what he can do with this. Again, passing 3, defending -4, so -1. It's a 19 and a 7. That's going to be a good one. 19 and a 7. Okay, so this is a new thing. A 19 and a 7 is an R with a small little M. So what that means is if he makes the basket, then Chicago, or whichever team makes the basket, is going to have momentum. So all of their D20 rolls are going to get a +2, and their opponents are going to get a -2 until their opponent makes a basket or they miss a basket. So you get momentum for a little while to see if you can, get on a streak, because basketball is all about streakies. So that's going to be an inside rim shot for Williams. Williams on the inside is only a +1. So we should... Oh, no, wait. We went to a Levine one. I'm sorry. Inside is the 3. Defense is a -4. So he's a -1. -1 on the rim shot here. And 11 and a 4. 11 and a 4 is going to be good. It's going to be good by Levine. And it's a 5-4 ball game. And time ticks down. Boston brings it back up. And it is Smart. Smart is... he's going to drive with it this time again. He's a +4. Defenders a -3, so he's a +1. Let's try to drive and see what we can... Oh, my gosh. That is good. So, yes. So, there should be like a momentum token. Let's see. All right, I've got Chicago's colors, and I've got Boston's colors. So whichever team is on momentum, I'm going to put that on there as a reminder. There we go. Okay, so he's driving, and if he makes this, then Boston will get momentum. But, this is a -2. That's right. So it's a 17 and a 9. 17 and a 9 is... Oh, actually, this is a 17 and an 8 because there's a -1. And that makes a big difference. 17 and 8 is going to be just a R shot. So it's going to be a... But it won't be a momentum shot now. You can see what I'm talking about if I bring over the chart. A 17... and an 8 is just an R result. A 17 and a 9 is an RM where they can try to get momentum. All right. So, -2 to the 20-sider because Chicago's has momentum. And for the shot, inside is a 2. Defender is a -3, so it's going to be a -1. So this drops to a 3, and this drops to a 6. 3 and a 6. 3 and a 6 is going to be out of bounds. So it's going to be an out of bounds play. All right. So that's going to end their possession. And Chicago is going to bring it back up. 5-4 in favor of Boston. I'm just looking to see if there's any rules on out of bounds. Roll a D10 to determine possession. Oh, we have to roll to see who gets possession after the out of bounds. And it's a 4, which is going to be the offense. Offense retains possession. That's going to be Boston. Okay, so Boston still has it. And at this point, there is rules for inbounding the ball. Where is it? Inbound passes. For inbound passes that occur in the rim zone to the top of the 3-point line on the scoring end of the court, declare which player will pass and which player will receive the pass, and then we just roll on the chart. So I'm going to have the pass come from Smart, and we're going to try and throw it to Brown. And so we're just going to roll this. Chicago still has momentum. Ooh, but he rolls a 20, so that's going to be good. It's going to drop to an 18 and a... let's see here. 4 plus 1. 18 and a 5. And that's going to be right to the rim. So Brown is going to get it right at the rim. Right at the rim, and going to try and break this momentum and score a basket. Brown at the rim is a 4. Defender is a 3, so it's a +1 to this die. A -2 to this die. So a 6 and a 0. On the rim zone, 6 and a 0 is going to be a C. And you see how it's underlined there? See, underline. All right, that's important. So he misses it, and the center gets a rebound. Center gets a rebound. Still 5-4 in favor of the Boston. But now, because of that underline, now we have a fast break opportunity. All right, so let's look at this and figure this out, shall we? Fast breaks. Any underlying chart results in a fast break opportunity for the opponent's team. A team can choose to not run the fast break. In this case, play ensures with the point guard in possession of the ball at half court. If the team chooses to run the fast break opportunity, refer to the ball handling chart to determine the shooter. Next, refer to the fast break chart and roll both dice. Then apply each team's fast break offense and fast break defensive chart, found on the right side. All right, so for the fast break, so it was missed by Boston. Chicago gets the rebound, and their fast break is on offense is a +1, and defense is a -1. So fast 1, -1, it's just a fat 0. So I think we're still going to try it just to see how it goes. Okay, so we need to refer to the ball handler chart to see who gets it. It's going to be 3. It's going to be the shooting guard. That is going to be Levine. And Levine's fast break. No, that's not right. Hang on. Refer to the ball handler chart. It's the shooter. So he's the shooter. It doesn't necessarily mean that he was the one carrying the ball up. It's just who, maybe it was Vervik brought it up and then passed it to Levine, and Levine is going to shoot it now. So, we're going to use the fast break chart, which is this one. And we're going to add and subtract. So in this case, it's no adjustments, except for because they have momentum, they get a +2 to the D20. And that's a 20 and a 1, and that is, you can see it, good. So Levine puts in the fast break, no problem. And it's 6-5 in favor of Chicago. Levine's got 4 points. And Vershavik has got 2 points. So now this goes down like this. We got 10:30 to go. Hopefully I haven't forgot. Chicago still has momentum because they made the baskets. So we're going to have Smart passing it to, we haven't got it to Horford yet in the center. Let's try and get Horford in. So, pass +4. Defense is a -3, so that's a +1. -2 on the 20, though. That's a 16 and a 0. Is going to be outside. So he gets it to him outside. So Boston has it outside. And I don't think they want to do that. So he's going to try to drive. He's a 3. Defender is a 4, so it's a -1. He's going to try and drive in there, though. And, wow, that's terrible. That's a 1 and a 2. A 1 and a 2 on the drive is terrible. That's for sure. It is an SM. It's a steal by somebody, I think. SM, let's see. Let's just read the SM results. Ball stolen by defender. A rating of SM indicates a steal and a fast break momentum shot. So, here we go. So, stealing this one is going to be... we're going to roll to see who stole the ball. 3. It's going to be stolen by the shooting guard. Shooting guard Levine. Levine steal with the steal. Levine with the steal. And Chicago on the fast break again. And let's see who's going to get the shot. Shot's a 9. It's going to be the center. So Levine brings it down. Sees Verservic. And gets it to him. It's a +0 because of the fast break. +1, -1. We're on the fast break chart. That's going to be another good one. And Versevic with the slamma-jamma there. And just like that, the Chicago Bulls have pulled out to an 8-5 lead on back-to-back fast breaks baskets. So another time, I got to remember to do the time or the game will never end. We got 10:15 to go in the first quarter. The score is 8-5 in favor of the Bulls. I think we're going to try and get it over to White here. Let's try White with the shot here. So he's going to try and pass it. 4 -3 for defense is still a +1. That's going to be an 8 and a 9 is going to be an outside shot. So he got it to White outside. Boston got him outside. I keep forgetting to do the fast break. and move the token. White is going to try to drive. He's a drive of 4. Defense is a -3, so he's still going to be a +1 to drive it in there. Oh, that's a good one. 18 and a 18 and a +1 is a 5. 18 and a 5 is going to be a right. He's going to drive all the way into the red zone. He's going to put it up. So rim is 3, defender is 3, so no adjustment on the D10. It's a 10 and a 2, and a 10 and a 2 is going to be a B5 result. Oh, wait. 8 and a 3 and a 3, so an 8, 8 and a 2 is a B4. I think that means it's a possible block shot if defender's block rating is equal to or greater than the block number. He successfully blocks a shot and defense takes possession. If the block rating is less than the number, the block attempt is unsuccessful and the defenders commit a shooting foul. If potential block occurs in the rim zone or the inside zone, call it on the defender with the highest block rating. So block rating is going to be Williams. So Williams is going to get the foul. And it's a shooting foul on White. Shooting foul on White. So White is going to get some free throws. He's a +2. First free throw for White is up and it is good. Second free throw is up. It is good. He made both of them. It's 7-8 in favor of the Bulls. All right, so Chicago's going to bring it down. And this goes away then because they made a free throw, I believe, is how that works. So bringing it up is going to be Beverly. And the time moves down. And Chicago's going to call a timeout here, and they're going to make some substitutions here. You will notice that these players have got a number after them. That's how many minutes they must sit minimum every game. So Beverly has to sit down for 12 minutes. DeRozan, 20 minutes. DeRozan is 12 minutes. Verducic is 14 minutes. Williams is 20 minutes. Levine is 12, etc., etc. So some of these players have got a lot of time that we need. So we're going to make some substitutions here, I think. So we're going to put White in, bring him off the bench, and put Beverly on the block. And let's see, how do I want to do this now? I'm just going to we'll keep DeRozan in there for now, but we're going to remove him and put Drummond in, and we're going to put Green in as well. And we'll leave Levine out there. He seems to be a pretty good player. All right. Let's see what Boston wants to do. So, yeah, they're going to kind of do the same thing. They're going to take out the point guard. And they're going to take out this player. The other 3 will stay in. That's fine. So just those 2 new players coming in. All right, so that was at the 10-minute mark. We have time at the 10-minute mark. So depending on when they come back in, those players will get credit for that amount of rest. All right. I think, yeah, okay. So far, so good. What do you think? I confused every single player out there? Or is everyone on the same page as me and as smart as I am? I don't know if you're all as smart as me, but maybe you'll be on the same page as me. Here we go. Bringing this up is going to be White. He's off the bench here. Oh, I didn't write down these bench players for Chicago. I'll have to write them down when they score a basket. So he's a drive of 4. We're going to have him drive. Defender's a 3. So he is a +1 on the drive chart. 18 and a 6. He's going to drive all the way to the red zone, the rim. He's going to put it up. He's a 3. Defender is a 3, so it's an even result. A 9 and a 3 on that. 9 and a 3 is going to be foul. Foul on the play. Let's see who's got it. It's a 0. It's offensive foul. Uh-oh. And who committed this foul? It would be the point guard. White rammed into him, and they're going to call White on the foul. And that's the 4th team foul on Chicago so far. Boston has not committed any fouls yet. Unbelievable. It's 8-7, your score. So that's going to be a foul, offensive foul, so it's going to be a turnover. The time ticks, and it's going to be Bogdan bringing it down. Bogdan is, Bogdan, huh? We're going to give him a shot at fame here. We're going to give him a drive. He's a +4. His defender's only at -2, so it's going to be a +2 for Bogdan. That's going to be a 7 and a 7. It's going to put him in the outside zone. And we're going to do the same thing. Bogdan's going to go at him again, try and drive him. 8 and a 0. That's not good. And that's going to be a foul. Foul. And who's the foul on? And that is going to be the point guard. So it's going to be White. And that's the 2nd foul on White. We've literally only had him on for like a minute, and he's already got his 2nd foul. If he gets his 3rd, he's in big trouble. That is a non-shooting foul because it was not in the yellow or the red. It was in the outside area. So Bogdan, again, you can choose anyone. Bogdan is going to try and pass it to Brown here. 19 and a 7 is going to be a rim. It's going to put him in the rim. Oops, over here. So good pass by Bogdan right to Brown in the red zone. He is a 4. Defender is a 3, so it's going to be a +1. 11 and a 3. 11 and a 3. In the red zone, 11 and a 3, and that's going to be good. 11 and 3, just barely, but it's good enough. So that is Brown with the 2-point basket. And it's now 3 straight baskets for the Celtics, and they're up 9-8. So White with it has to be careful. Doesn't want to do anything crazy. He's going to try and pass it over to Levine So he's going to try a pass. He's a 3. Defenders a -3, so it's just a big old 0. 4 to 5 is not good. 4 to 5 is going to put him in the 3-point area. So Levine has it in the 3-point area. He is going to try to pass it over to Green. He's got a pass of 3, defenders a 2, so it's going to be a +1. 2 and a 6 is a foul. Another, well, could this be the first foul? Could this be the first foul on the Celtics? Yes, it's a 0 or a 1 is offense. 2 or higher is a defensive foul. So it is a foul on the Celtics. And that is number 4. That is the small forward. That is Brown with his first foul of the game. And it's going to be reset here by Chicago. Because Chicago is going to... they're going to give it to DeRozan to pass it out, and DeRozan is going to try to pass it to White. So pass of 3, defenders, so he's a -1. Ooh, a 20 and a 6, though, is going to be really good. And this has the potential for momentum. And yes, he is going to be on the doorstep here. White inside, or I'm sorry, rim is a +3. Defenders a -3. So it's just a straight up shot. White with the close shot, 13 and a 9 should be good. And 13 and a 9 on the rim is plenty good. 13 and 9, good. And that is White. And we have a change of lead as the Bulls take the lead 10 to 9. Time moves up. 9:30 to go. Bogdan is going to try to pass it to Horford. We'll give it to Horford. He's got this substitute in there. Let's see if he can do something. So pass of 3, defender is a 2, so he's a +1. Oh, and they got momentum from that. So the Bulls have momentum again. And this is going to be really confusing with that out there. I'll do it like this. There we go. And the die will tell us, oh, you guys couldn't even see that anyways. The die tells us what quarter it is. See, it's the first quarter. There we go. Here we go. So, Bogdan, what do we decide? He was going to pass it to Horford, right. 16 and a 9 is going to be good. Yes, it is. It's going to be right at the rim. Horford, rim is a 4, defender's a 3, is a +1. That's a 1, and a 4 is going to be a miss, though. 4, so this is a 2 and a 1. It's going to be a small forward, and it's a possible fast break. Possible fast break, and DeRozan is going to start the fast break for the Bulls. DeRozan passes it over to White, who's going to put it up. Fast break offense minus fast break defense is just normal. And 19 and a 7 on the fast break is going to be good. So White with the fast break points. So that is back-to-back baskets by White. It is now a 12 to 9 lead for the Bulls. You are over here. So now bringing it back up is going to be Bogdan. New time marker. He's going to try to pass it to Horford again. Try him inside again. 4 and a 4. And then we got a foul. So a defensive foul here. A 0 is going to be the point guard, and that is White. And that is his third foul. Oh, my gosh. They're going to have to. They're going to have to. And he only got, the point guard only got 1 minute of rest because that, unless they have, do they have somebody else they can bring in? They do. No, he's not a point guard. No other point guards on the team. Oh, wait, the Vine can do point guard. The Vine can do point guard. Then that covers that position. But then I need a shooting guard. This guy can do a shooting guard. So this guy will come into shooting guard. This guy's going to be point guard. Shooting guard, point guard. Because we got to give this guy a little bit of rest. It's only been 1 minute. We started at the 10-minute mark. I was hoping to get him like 2 or 3 minutes every quarter. And if you give him 3 minutes every quarter, it's still only 3, 6, 9, 12. He's got to rest 20 minutes. So that's 4, 8, 12, 5, 10, 15, 20. Yeah, it's 5 minutes a quarter you got to rest. 5, 10, 15, 20. Yeah, 5 minutes a quarter. That's crazy. All right. So what are we doing? Yeah, you're bringing it down. 9 minutes to go. Trying to get it inside to... you know what? Let's go Tandem. We're going to try and get it inside to Tandem. Oh my gosh. Another terrible result. Pass of 3. He's going up against the point guard over there, which is a defensive 3. So 3 and 3 again is 0. So it's a 1 and a 7. And it's going to be another foul. Are you kidding me? So 0, 1 is on the offense. It is on the offense. That was a 1. So who's it on? 7. The power forward. That is Tandem. His first foul. And so that's going to be a turnover. And Chicago is going to get the ball. So Chicago, point guard, is going to bring it down Levine. He's going to drive. He is a drive of 4. Defensive 3, so he's a +1. 11 and a 3. 11 and a 3 is going to get him to the outside. He is going to try and drive again. He wants to do better than that. That's much better. Actually, 17 and a... He's a +1, so that's going to be a 2. 17 and a 2 is inside. He's going to take the shot inside. Let's see what he's a +3. Defender's a -3. So, wow. That's a bad shot. That's going to be a 1 and a 0. It doesn't get any worse than that. So it is going to be rebound to the point guard, which is Bogdan. Who's going to be the point guard? Bogdan's the point guard. He got himself a big fat rebound. And now he gets to start the fast break. Who's going to end up taking the shot? It is a 2, and that is going to be the shooting guard. That is Hauser. Hauser is going to take the shot. And he is fast break +1, -1, so it's just going to be even on the fast break chart. 12 and A2 is going to be a B3 result. The shooting guard is this guy who's got a block of 1, so his block is not high enough. So again, if his block is not high enough, is that a foul again? If the block... If the potential block occurs in the rim zone or the inside zone, call it on the defender with the highest block rating. So again, we're going to give this one to Drummond. And I think they're over the bonus now, if I'm not mistaken. They have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 fouls. Now this is, again, I'm not a basketball expert, but I think there's like so many fouls you get, and then they start getting free throws, right? I know there's that rule. I just don't know if it's like 5, 6, 7. It's like 5, 6, 7, 8 fouls, something crazy like that. I could look it up, but it's... Let's look it up. Let's do it because, you know, if we're playing this game, we should probably play it right. All right, let me look. So we're calling basketball team fouls. Basketball team fouls bonus. All right, let me read this here. So, bonus. All right, so the bonus situation, also called the penalty situation, occurs when one team accumulates a requested number of fouls, the number of which varies depending on the level of play. When one team has committed the prerequisite number of fouls, each substantial foul results in the opposing team taking free throws. Okay, in the NBA, if we could find out this information, that would be awesome. All right, so the NBA and the WNBA teams only. Fouls reset at the end of the quarter. Fifth team foul or second team foul in the last 2 minutes of the quarter, if not yet in the penalty. So it looks like because they're in this now, technically in the 7th, they should have had one foul free throw already. Is it? I'm thinking it's 2 fouls, 2 free throws too. So in the bonus already with 8:45 to go here, because Chicago is hack-a-shack, I guess. Remember the good old hack-a-shack days? Oh my God, remember that? Some people probably never heard that term. I'm bringing back bad memories for some people too. The old hack-a-shack days. All right, so we're going to give him a free throw. So who is it? It's Hosser. And somebody, I can't remember who committed the foul, but it's now team's 7th foul. So we're going to start giving him free throws. Free throws, he's -1. He's not very good. So let's see if he can make any of these free throws. First free throw is up. 16 minus 1 is 15. That is good. Second free throw for Hauser. Second free throw for Hauser. And it is 15 plus 1 is Our 15 minus 1 is 14. It's still going to be good. So Hauser with 2 free throws. And it's now a 12-11 ball game in favor of Chicago. They lose the momentum. Time ticks down. And they bring the ball back up. It's going to be Levine. And he's going to get the ball over to... You know what? He's going to drive it on... No, he can't drive it. He's going to pass it over to Deselmet. 14 and a 6. He's going to put him inside. So Deselmet inside. Deselmet inside's a +2. Defender is... That is the... This is the shooting guard. So the shooting guard is... Defense is due. He is an inside of 2, so it's just a straight-up shot by Deselmet against Hauser. A 9 and a 9. That could be interesting. 9 and 9 is going to be good. Deselmet with the big old basket. 2 points, and it puts Chicago back in front. Time ticks down, and coming back up is going to be Bogdan. And almost 2 minutes of rest for those players. So those 3 players and these 2 players. So Bogdan's going to try and get it. He's going to try and pass. He is a 3. Levine is our point guard right now. He is a defensive 3, so no adjustments. An 18 and a 2. It's going to put him inside. So Brown's got it inside. Inside is a 3 versus a defensive 3. So it's just a straight up shot. 20 and a 3. And you know what's going to happen with that. Inside 20 and 3 is good. So Brown nails the basket. It is now 14-13 in favor of Chicago. Another time ticks off. I am going to, I'm going to let him sit out another minute. Let's just let him sit out for another minute. It's only been 2 minutes. I got plenty of time left in the quarter, which is crazy. There's 8 minutes still left in this. Again, I'm not trying to go super fast. I'm just trying to have some fun and see the flow of the game. That's all. So far, I like the flow of the game. Obviously, being a basketball game, it's going to kind of be kind of slow to begin with. It's just the nature of the beast. Levine. Once again, he's going to try to drive. He's a 4. Defensive 3. So he's a +1. 6 and a 1 is going to be a foul. So Levine is fouled by... No, it's an offensive foul. That's not good because that's going to be another shooting foul. And it's on number 9, which is, I believe, the center. That's Drummond. That is his second foul. Are you kidding me? So another free throw by... So let me think what happened. He shot it. He missed the shot. I'm just trying to figure out who takes the who's taking the free throws. Who's taking the free throws? I'm just trying to see. He took the shot. He was defended by Bogdan. Levine took the shot. He missed the shot, which resulted in an F. The F result means it's a foul. We then rolled a 1, which means a 0 or a 1. It's on the offense. It was on the offense. So we determined it was Drummond, but we never determined who he fouled, though. Would he automatically foul him because he was the one defending him? That's what we'll call. We'll say it's Bogdan with the free throws. So Bogdan's going to get a couple free throws here. +2. First one is up and good. Second one is up and swoosh. So 2 for Bogdan. And it's now a 15-14 game. 7:45 to go here. It's not even halfway through the game. I'm just trying to figure out if I've not been moving the timer up as fast as I should. Because at this rate, they're going to have about 30 points, maybe even more than that. So bringing it up is Levine. Levine is going to try to pass. He is a 3, -3, so it's just a dead even result. A 4 and a 7, and that is going to be a 3-pointer. All right. I forgot to tell you who he's passing it to, but we'll say he went to Green with that one. But Green is in the 3-point range, and he is not. Actually, he's a +4 on 3-pointers. So guess what? He's going to put it up. Oh, he's a defender is a +4. He's a +4 on the 3-pointers. He's going for the 3-pointer here. Green trying to get the 3-pointer and 11 and a 3. 11 and a 3. And foul.
Tomorrow's recycling. We're not playing Mahjong. And the cool day is supposed to be here between 8 and 12, so I have to be up earlier.
All right.
Okay.
Yep. So it was a foul on Green. So this is going to be on. It's going to be on his defender. So that's going to be Tandem. And that is going to be his second foul on Tandem. Second foul on Tandem. So it looks like he's going to have to hit the showers or, take a few minute break here. Tandem's out. We'll put power forward. Yeah, we'll put Griffin in for him. Actually, we'll put this one over here like that. Put this one like that. All right, so Tandem is out. Green's going to get 2 free throws here. Green is a -2. First free throw is up. Good. Second free throw is up. And that is no good. That is a 7. He's a -2, so it turns it into a 5. So it's no good. So he only got 1. So Green with 1 point is 15-15. And we now get a rebound. It is going to be an offense. Offense, You know what? I'm just going to roll and see who gets it. I don't know what offense I is. 8 is going to be the center. So offensive rebound by Drummond. So Drummond is right there. He's going to turn around and put it up. He's a +4 at the rim. Hartford is a -3, so he's a +1. 16-0 is still going to be good for Drummond. 2 points. It's a 17-15 game. Time ticks. So, it's going to be Bogdan bringing it up. Bogdan is going to drive for defenders a 3. It's going to be a +1 for Bogdan. 12 and a 6. It's going to be outside. He's going to put Bogdan outside. He's going to try again. 10 and a 6. Still outside. Third try, he's going to try again, trying to, no, I think you can only try driving twice. Now he's going to have to pass it. So he's going to have to pass it to Horford. He's going to try and get it inside. Oh, that's not good. 4 and 8. He's going to put Horford. Okay, so when he tried to pass it to the center, and the result is a 3-point result, there is an override on that. Unless Horford's actually, his 3-pointer is a +5. So he does give it to Horford, but Horford is out there actually taking a shot. So Horford's a +5. Defender is a -3, so he's a +2. Horford trying to take a long distance 3-pointer here. 10 and a 2. And it's a B3. Is Drummond a block of 3? He is a block of 3. So Drummond with the big block. Drummond has got 2 fouls. He scored 2 points, and now he's got a big block. He blocks the shot, which knocks the time down. And puts Chicago on the offensive. We're going to try to pass it over to DeRozan. Defense is -3. Offense pass is 3, so no adjustments. 2 and a 9 is not great. It's going to put him in the 3-point area. DeRozan, 3-pointers a +3. Defense is, he's a -1. Let's try it. He's going to take a 3-pointer. DeRozan with the 3-point shot. 6 and a 2. 3-pointer 6 and a 2 is going to be missed. And a rebound is going to go to Horford, the center. He's going to pick that up. 6:45 to go here in the first quarter. 6:45 to go in the first. Horford with it. He will pass it over to Bogdan. Bogdan brings it up. And he's going to try and give it right back to Horford on the pass. Ooh, bad. 2 and a 4. And it goes out of bounds. So we have to see who has possession. It is going to be offense. So offense is going to, Boston's going to keep possession. We're going to have Bogdan going to try to pass it to Brown. Oof. And Brown is going to end up in the 3-point area. He's going to try and drive on DeRozan. So he's going to be a +1. 5 and a 2. It's going to be a foul. I think this is automatically going to be on DeRozan. That's going to be the second one on DeRozan, so he's going to have a seat down. He's going to have a sit down here as Brown's going to put 2 free throws up. Let me just double check the fouls. The chart results as F is a foul. Roll the D10 to determine which team committed it. Roll a D10 again and refer to the ball handler chart to determine which player committed the foul. Okay, so no, you do got to do that every time. Okay, so it was 0, which is going to be the point guard, actually. So it's not DeRozan. It's going to be Levine. That's Levine's first foul. But it's the team's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9th. It's the team 9th foul. So free throws for Brown. He is a don't drop the dime. He is a +0. So first free throw is up and it is no good. Second free throw is good. So Brown makes his seconds. Brown has got 5 points, and it's 16-15 in favor of the Celtics. So get the ball over here, 6:15 to go. And Levine with it. He's going to try and pass to Green. Levine is a 3, defender's a 3, so no adjustments. 12 and his 6. Going to be outside. So Green is outside. He's going to try and drive on him. He's going to be a +1. Three and a 6. Make that a 3 and a 7. It's going to be a 3-pointer. So he moves back to the 3-pointer. He's a +4. He's going to try it. His defender's only a -2, so he's going to be a +2 on the 3-point shot. Oh, that could be our first one. 16 and a 9 is going to be good on the 3-pointer. And we got our first 3-point basket. It was made by Green. It is 20-16 in favor of the Bulls. So Bogdan's got it. Bogdan's going to bring it down, and he's going to try to get it to Brown. He's going to be a +1. 10 and a 9 is going to be inside. So Brown is inside. He is a 3. Defender's a 3, so no adjustments. 10 and a 1 inside is a block 4. Is he a block 4? He is not a block 4. He's a block 1. So it's not blocked. What do we check on after that again? The rating is less than the number. The block attempt is unsuccessful, and the defender commits a shooting foul. If potential block occurs in rim zone or inside zone, call it on the defender with the highest block rating. This was inside zone. The highest block rating is going to be Green and Drummond. So I'm going to give it to Drummond. And it's going to be a free throws. First one is the 0, so first one, miss. Second one, good. So that is Brown. 6 points for Brown. And it is 20 to 17 in favor of the Bulls. The Vine is bringing it back up. We got to move the marker. And he's going to try to pass it to Green. We're feeling good about this Green character. $17 and a 4. And he's going to be inside shot by Green. He's a +2. Defender's a -2. So it's just going to be a Green going up against Griffin. 11 and a 3 inside. 11 and a 3 is going to be RB in gold, which means it's a rebound battle. Each team rolls a D10. It refers to the ball carrier to determine which one of the players will battle for the rebound. So we have Chicago, which is going with the small forward, DeRozan, against Dew, which is the shooting guard, which is going to be Hauser. So it's DeRozan and Hauser. Player with the highest rebound rating wins possession. So rebound +1. Hauser rebound +2. So Hauser's going to get it away from DeRozan. If the offense wins, the rebound player takes possession in corresponding color. If the defense wins, the rebounding player gets the ball to the point guard who dribbles it up to half court. So it's going to be turned over to Hauser, who outbattles DeRozan for the ball. And time ticks down to 5:30 to go. And I think that's where we're going to call it an episode. We've been going about an hour and a half. I expected it to be a longer game, being a basketball, but I do like the flow of it. It's the only thing I would have is, if I had some better ways to cover up players for myself. Or, the other option is to use tokens for players that are in play. Like something, see here. So if I was to remove all this, I could say, okay, he's in, and he's in, he's in. He's in and he's in. The only thing you need on these is you could get like a little Sharpie or something and mark them up and say, like give the position they're playing. Point guard, shooting forward, or everything. Because if we have a situation like this, where you have one player that's the point guard who's normally over here, but he's over there. At the point guard, then we had the shooting guard here, then the center, the Green was out there. Something like that. I think something like that. Anyways, so that way you can kind of see who's in and out. Maybe that looks better than this. I just thought covering up those extra positions, but I don't think it was too hard to figure that out, to be honest. Probably don't need those. I think I like that a little bit better. Probably even better would be if I had ooh, I've got a couple green ones. Yeah, that's fine. I'm just throwing out ideas here at the end to try to figure things out. I kind of like that, although I do like the not having all that extra data on there, but so far, yeah, it's a basketball game, and as much as I don't know about basketball, it's hard for me to make good, solid decisions. Unless, of course, we're playing a game that from like players that I remember. So we got 5:30 left. It is 7-20 in favor of Chicago. And yeah, if you guys want to see some more of this, let me know in the comments section down below. I'd be interested to hear what your thoughts are on this. I might just leave this set up here just like this, and we could try to pick this up later, next time, like tomorrow or whatever. And maybe do a little bit more just so we can see what it's like. So, yeah, anyways, it's getting late. It's already 11:30, and going to be headed off here to bed. So, thanks, everyone. Again, comments, suggestions, hit that like button. Yeah. I think it plays fine. It's again, unfortunately, football, hockey, basketball tend to play pretty long. I know a lot of players really, really enjoy that. They get, you get the whole feel of the whole game, and it doesn't matter if it takes 3 or 4 hours or whatever it takes to complete. I'm on the other end of the spectrum where I get to the point where after an hour, hour and a half, I'm done. And so, if I ever get back to this, if I ever do part 2 or whatever, it's going to be 3 or 4 sessions before I can get it done. And the chance of one game sitting on my table for 3 or 4 sessions is about 2%. So you can see why I never finish a game of basketball or hockey or football normally, because they take so long to play. It's just the nature of the beast. I do play some of the shorter, quicker play games, and but those aren't the same. You're comparing apples to oranges here, right? This is a full-fledged possession by possession game. You're gonna have each possession is 15 seconds, 4 possessions per minute. 12 minutes, so 4 times 12 is going to give you 48. Basically 48 plays you're going to have to deal with every quarter. So if every play takes a minute or 2 to complete, that's going to be 48 minutes to an hour just for one quarter. When you're really good, when you're going pretty quick. Again, nothing wrong with that. That's the way replay baseball is the same way. Status Pro or Stratomatic based basketball, they're all the same. If you're playing a full-fledged game, you got to figure out who the offense player is, who the defensive player is. Roll to see if it's a shot, if it's a rebound, who the rebound goes to. If it's a fast break, you got to roll to find out who's taking the fast break, who's taking the shot. If it's a foul, you got to find out who fouled. And then free throws. I mean, every possession in basketball, it takes a couple minutes to do. It's just the way it is. I've never found an easier way, and if it's an easier way than that, then it's not going to be very involved because you won't know who made the fouls, who made the shots, who whatever. So yeah, it's just the nature of the beast, and you accept that going in. And if you enjoy basketball and you know a lot about basketball, you're really having a good time. And I think the flow of this is pretty good. I'm kind of getting in the rhythm where, okay, boom, doom, boom. In the beginning I went super slow, showed you all the charts and stuff, but now I'm not doing that. It's 9 and 3, and 9 and 3 is going to put you on the 3-point line. Okay. Nope, we're going to try it again. We're going to try another pass to so-and-so. Okay, that one didn't work out so well. That is out of bounds. So, it's not that hard. The game is not that hard to understand. It's just enough detail and meat to put a little bit of a chunk to give you a good idea of what's going on in the game, which I think is what all sports sims should be doing. I mean, it's a good game. Again, I'm just not a basketball fan. It's just nothing that ever inspires me. I had a good time playing this game, but again, you won't see me sit down and do a season replay of basketball. That will probably never, ever, ever, ever happen. I just don't enjoy it. I don't watch it. I don't follow it. I don't play it. Nothing. I know nothing about it. I didn't even know how many team fouls it was before you started getting free throws. I'm sure there's a lot of basketball experts out there yelling and screaming at me about this. It's just nothing. I don't make probably good decisions, and that makes me not enjoy the game as much because I don't feel like I'm making good decisions because I don't know these players. That's why if you look at my replay basketball game, it's from like the 1990-91 season because at least I had an idea of some of the players. In fact, most of the players I remember from that era. I couldn't tell you who this Beverly guy is, DeRozan Vershuvik. I don't even know how to pronounce that guy's name. Williams, The Vine, Smart, Brown, Horford, Tatum, and White. Couldn't tell you if any of them are any good. I couldn't tell you if the Bulls were any good. It doesn't even give me their record. I don't see their record on the team sheet. But I think that's fine. A couple charts, players, get the results. The replay basketball is all about flipping over the fast action card, running the play through that, which is fine. It's just a different way of doing it. Yep. So far, it's just, again, because these games take longer, if I play a quarter or two, I'm going to have to put it on hold and then play the next quarter the next time and then the next quarter the next time. And I tried to even do like a playoff series. That was my goal to do with the replay basketball. I was just going to replay one 7-game series, and I made it through 1.5 games. I actually made it through one, and I decided to go ahead and try and make it through another one, and we made it halfway through that one, and that was it. I'm just like, wow, okay, I'm done. I'm just done. Done. I'm the same way with the hockey. And even though I love the hockey, I'm the same way. Like after an hour and a half, I'm just done playing. I'm just done. So if your game's longer than that, I probably won't get it done. And the football, I can tend to go with the football a little bit longer because I tend to watch the football and know all the players, and there's a lot more interesting decisions in basketball and hockey. There's not a lot of tough decisions. It's who's got the puck, who's got the ball, who's taking the shot, who's taking the shot. That's it. That's it. For those two sports, that's it. Football is a little more interesting because you got this offense alignment, defense alignment, what the play call is, what the defensive play call is, who's getting the ball, which defender is trying to cover that, the part of the play. There's a lot more to it, which makes football slower, but it does tend to give you more interaction with the game other than who's got the ball, who's shooting the ball, who's got the ball, who's shooting the ball. That's pretty much it. And then, writing down when somebody gets a foul or a rebound. And that's the other thing with these sports that doesn't get covered enough is statistics. And having to keep track of statistics, you have to do that because we need to know how many fouls these guys got, right? We can't just keep giving them foul after foul after foul. And then you have to keep track of how many minutes they're sitting out and resting. So there's a lot of management on that end of it. And what do you get as a result? Which player has the ball? Which player is shooting the ball? So you can see why after like an hour and a half, I'm done. All right, so that's just my thoughts, overviews. Again, I'm just not a great basketball aficionado. Sorry. Still a great game. I had a good time. I think we were doing pretty good with the flow of things, having a good time. I would keep playing it, but I would need to take a break. Maybe tomorrow I'll play some more. I think it's a good game. If you enjoy basketball, you might really find some cool stuff to do with this game. Until then, my friends, don't you forget, I will see you all down the line. Have a good night. We'll see